Plans for today are just to literally read as much as I possibly can. I barely read anything in August and we are already September 10th and I've only read one book so far this month, so I need to read more. I have a lot of reading plans today. We'll see how much I actually get to. So first, I need to finish Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This I haven't hauled yet, but I bought this I think back in beginning of August, I want to say, and I am 142 pages in. I literally stopped in the middle of a chapter because I was getting a little bored. I don't dislike this book, it's just kind of boring. Like I said, I need to finish it today if possible. If I do continue it and I'm not enjoying it, I probably should just DNF it, but I have only ever DNF'd one book ever, so I don't see myself DNFing this. I'm probably gonna finish it, but I would love to finish this today. And then I need to read a couple chapters of Order of the Phoenix. I'm way behind on this. I should have been halfway through because I am supposed to read 2 chapters a day and I was supposed to start this September 1st and I didn't. I'm at chapter 5, so I would like to read 4 to 5 chapters of this today just to kind of catch up. I will still finish this before the end of the month. I just would have finished it a lot sooner if I had started it on the 1st. So those are like my immediate reading plans, and then I'm thinking I will also read My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. This I also have not hauled yet, but this was in my fall TBR video and I finally got a physical copy of it, so I am going to hopefully read this. It's also a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I think it is 337 pages, so it is pretty short. I could breeze through this. I have like 3 other reading plans. I'm actually really in the mood to read, so I feel like this is like the perfect time for me to just spend all day reading. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but I feel like I could start it at least, especially if I finish My Roommate is a Vampire. I definitely can start Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. This was also in my fall TBR, so I feel like I could at least start this. Hopefully that would be nice. And then before that, maybe I will read one of these because they're both very, very short. So we have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. This is, I think, just shy of 300 pages, I want to say. It is 315. So this, I could read the whole thing, or I could read Borrow My Heart by Casey West. This is probably around the same length, I'm assuming. Oh, this one is 265. So maybe I'll read this one because it's shorter, but I feel like that's kind of all of my reading plans at the moment. So I'm gonna try to read some of these. Hopefully I could at least read 2. Like finish Out on a Limb and read My Roommate is a Vampire. Like that's my immediate goal. And then I would like to start another one at least. And then I did also want to work on my reading journal today. I don't use my reading journal like I used to. It's definitely more of just a like tracker, just to kind of keep track of like what I'm reading, what I rated it, what month I read it in. That is basically like the extent that I use it now, because I just can't keep up with writing entries for every single book that I read. Even though I don't read a lot of books, it's just so time consuming to keep up with that journal. And I just realized like I can't do that anymore. I've completely abandoned my life journal, which I feel really bad about because I love documenting things that are going on in my life in like a journal sense, or doing like a scrapbook kind of. The only journal I fully have kept up with is my TV and movie journal, because it's just so easy to like document a show or a movie that I'm watching, because I can literally finish it and then just write it and that's it. I don't have to go as in detail as I do with my books, and I guess I could just not write that much about each book, but then it just feels weird. I don't know. I need to figure out like a new system for my reading journal. I should have mentioned this in my Halloween haul and vlog, that I put up my like winter fall bedding. This is just the like blue paisley set that I put on in the colder months. Not because it's warmer, but it's just like not as summery as my other bedding, because I have like the little flower bedding that I got from Walmart. So I decided to finally change it. I am hoping to find some Halloween sheets at HomeSense or something. I have seen some on TikTok, so I'm hoping to find some of those and then I'll put those on. But in the meantime, I just put my blue little set back up and I'm really happy. Just finished Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, and I'm really conflicted on my rating because I kind of want to give it a 2-star, but I feel bad giving it a 2-star because like it's not a bad book. I just felt like nothing really happened, and normally I would love books like that have no plot and just kind of focus on the couple falling in love. And I love surprise pregnancy, surprise baby romances, but this just really didn't do it for me. It just was kind of boring. The writing was great, but I think ultimately I just didn't feel the chemistry between Beau and Win, and I just like wasn't obsessed with their romance. So it made it hard for me to just love reading about them falling in love because I didn't feel their connection. So I'm probably gonna give it like a 2.5, 3-star rating. I also want to say that sometimes some books are not for you in the right time, like right book, wrong time type of thing. So who knows, maybe in a few years I will reread this and fall in love with it, but as of right now I didn't really like it that much. I will say the end was adorable. I did love the end and I did enjoy their love confessions and stuff, but other than that I just wasn't really impressed with this, considering everybody was raving about it and I love this trope. It just really didn't do much for me, unfortunately. Now I think I might read a few chapters of this, or I think I might just go ahead and start My Roommate is a Vampire. I honestly don't even know how much I will read today because it's already 3:22. And like I said, I wanted to journal in a little bit, so I'll probably journal after supper or dinner. I was thinking about also watching a movie tonight. but maybe I should just stick to reading. I don't know. It's kind of like, I hate when you read like a mediocre book or like a book you just don't love and it kind of like makes you not want to read anymore. That's how I feel. And I was so excited to read earlier this morning, but now I'm like, ugh, I just read like a all right book and now I don't feel like reading. Oh, I guess I never really explained what Out on a Limb is about. Basically, it follows Win and Bo, who meet at this Halloween party, and they basically have a one-night stand, and Win ends up getting pregnant, and she tells Bo, and they both decide to build on their friendship and try to figure out their like relationship and try to figure out how they're going to co-parent. And they both secretly love each other, and they also move in together and they're like roommates, and that's basically it. Like, not much else happens. I'm sure you can hear that loud noise. That is one of Blue's toys. She loves that toy and she really wants to play, so I turned it on for her. It is kind of annoying, but I am used to it. It's currently 8:18. I did some journaling and I'm actually all caught up with my journals the way that I'm now doing them. And I did read 102 pages of My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I am enjoying it. It is fun. It's funny. It's kind of getting to the point where the plot is actually picking up and we have our first like plot line, I guess. So I'm excited to continue reading this, but I'm gonna pause on that and read my 4 chapters of The Order of the Phoenix because I really don't want to fall behind on this. So I'm gonna read 4 to 5 chapters right away, and then depending on what time it is and how I'm feeling, I will continue this. But that is my plans for the rest of the night. I have a smoothie, so I'm just gonna have my smoothie and read, and that is pretty much it. I think it's been about 2 days since my last clip. I kind of got busy and then I just didn't really end the vlog, but I thought I would end it today because I do have a package that I'm going to unbox, and then I will share some more updates about my reading. My friends are coming over in a couple of hours and I just cleaned my house all day today. And I haven't really read anything today. I think I read a little bit since I last vlogged, but I'm gonna open the package first. I should have 3 books in here. Also, sorry about the lighting. It is very gloomy in this house and I didn't want to actually use a box light, so I'm using one of my lamps in my bedroom. Oh my gosh, okay. So first book that we have at the top is The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. I talked about this in my fall reading plans video. This is a new release and it is a young adult like fantasy paranormal. I love the hardcover, very pretty. I'm also obsessed with this cover. I don't read a lot of YA nowadays. I feel like I'm very picky with YA, but I still do like to read the genre. This follows Esty, who enrolls in this new school, is the 3rd most haunted school in the country, to find answers about her dead father, and then she meets Mateo, who is a ghost. It has like dark academia vibes and stuff. I've heard decent things about it, but I feel like I might still really enjoy it, so I bought this. And then in here we have In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This is the 2nd book in the Lovelight Farms series. I think that's what the series is called. I read the first book, I want to say last year. I didn't love the first book in the series, but I wanted to give it another try just because sometimes, you know, when you read a series and it has the potential and like there is parts of it that you do like, but like the first book you don't love and then you continue and you fall in love with the series and you love all the other books. I feel like that could happen with this series, so I did go ahead and get the 2nd book. And I had read Lovelight Farms on my Kindle, and as you know, I am kind of over reading on my Kindle. I'd rather read physical books. I just find that it's easier for me to focus, so I bought this in a physical copy, and hopefully that'll be the difference. Like hopefully reading a physical copy will work for me, because I actually did start this shortly after I had read Lovelight Farms and I just couldn't focus, so I didn't end up reading it anymore, but I bought the physical copy and hopefully I will love this. And then the 3rd book I bought is a very random book. This is Witchery by Juliet Diaz, Embrace the Witch Within. I mentioned in a vlog not too long ago how I wanted to start getting into like witch stuff. So I think this is just a like beginner's guide to witchcraft and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I do feel like I could be really good with magic and stuff, so I wanted to get into some witchcraft, and basically I think this just has a lot of spells and stuff. So I think that will also be really helpful because I just feel like it's so overwhelming to get into new things. And I do possibly want to get into tarot cards, but that is also really overwhelming. I just feel like there's so much information and it's so hard to like digest all of it. So I bought this book. I'm going to start with this one. This was recommended by Carissa Love, I think, who is known more on TikTok, but I watched her YouTube video on like her journey with witchcraft and stuff, and this is a book that she recommended, so I am gonna try it out. So that was my little book haul. I'm actually really happy with the books that I got. As for my reading updates, I was reading My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine, and I didn't really progress that much. I'm at page 146, and honestly this book is kind of boring. The plot is finally like picking up and we're kind of like actually figuring out like what's going on, but other than that, like I'm just not really connecting with the characters or their like slow, very slow romance. Like they don't really have much of a romance yet. I think they've both kind of admitted to themselves and to other people that they are attracted to each other, but that's kind of it. Like there's nothing else happening. I don't know what's with me lately, but I just feel like every book I'm reading is so incredibly boring. Like nothing is going on. I'm gonna continue reading this. I'll probably finish this tomorrow, which I don't think I will vlog tomorrow, but I'm hoping to just finally finish this tomorrow. I don't have time tonight. Like I said, my friends are coming over. But this just follows Cassie, who is an artist, and she is in desperate need of finding a new place to live. Our male character Frederick has a bedroom available in his apartment, so he puts out an ad for it and Cassie answers, and so Cassie moves in and she's very intrigued by Frederick. He's kind of weird. They have opposite schedules and he's just like a little odd and kind of old-fashioned, and he is obviously hiding a secret. He's a vampire. Cassie does eventually find out, and Frederick has this very interesting proposition for her. It is fun. I just don't really love the characters, and I will say that it definitely reads more as just a straight up contemporary. I think what I love about paranormal romances specifically is that there's just this air of like mystery and a creepy atmosphere, whereas this doesn't have that because it's like straight up a contemporary, and then it throws you into this like paranormal aspect. So I think that's what I don't particularly love about this, but like I said, I'm gonna finish it and we'll see how I feel about that. And then obviously I am still reading Order of the Phoenix. I'm now at page 184. I'm actually gonna read 2 chapters right away before my friends get here because I don't want to read when they leave because it'll be kind of late. So I'm going to read this right away and yeah, just hang out with my friends later, and that's probably gonna be it. I don't think I will vlog anything else, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.